All right there, good morning. Ryan here, My Director Studios. Thanks for watching the video. Really appreciate it. Like, subscribing, all that good stuff. All right, so who's the they? It's bright and early. You know, we get after it, usually 4 or 5 a.m. So still got those morning eyes. Haven't completely woken up yet. Anyways, I hear a lot of people say things lately, like predictive programming would be a good term. For instance, you'll hear the word they a lot. They, which for the most part today, post-Trump trial, post a lot of stuff. The they is the deep state, but you'll hear stuff too, like, for instance, right. So you all like this video, right? And so that is predominant now in speech. And if, you know, I'm a little older now in who I am, as far as I'm 52 years old, but we used to watch Saturday Night Live back in my youth. And so there was a thing about predictive programming back then, and they used to make fun of it. And now it's just prevalent about the communication, getting people to agree with what you're trying to say. I did a lot of corporate sales back in my 20s and 30s. And that's how you would end up getting people to agree with what you're trying to say. So the who's they is something now you'll probably hear a lot and pick up, which is good. So back to the Bible. Who's they? And the reason why I said it this way is to first be able to compare. So when I first said who's they, and if you thought to yourself, you would have thought the deep state, okay, which is true. That they there is the deep state. But what we want to try to do, or what would be healthy wisdom-wise, is to always compare to what the Bible, the precedent, what might lead us into regarding that. So what I mean by that is, how can I kind of match that particular term up with maybe something that's current, maybe something that's being said. And the they part in the Bible is Psalm 2. So Psalm 2 is something for you to dig out or be healthy, because that's going to cover your entirety of who's the they part. And so when you match that one up, it's going to tell you all governments, all rulers, all authority, anyone in these positions is going to come against who. So you have two different groups now. Well, really there's three, but there's two groups that divide this. You have all the authorities of the world against against a group of people that are actually two different people. So when you break Psalm 2 down, you're going to find out who's the they. You have a one world government that's spoken of in Revelation. And within Psalm 2, it tells you who's all of the they. So it's going to tell you all the rulers, all the king, all the judges. In fact, it even says every single nation. And nations there is not just the physical nation, but even the people. So now all of these types of people and rulers and authorities are going to what? They're going to come up against who? And now there's that second group. See, that second group is actually Israel and everyone that wants to hold true to the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, which would be, we would say, God. But Jesus is God, and God is Jesus, and we have the Trinity. So now it's every one of those Christians, every one of those people that have faith in God, every one of those people that put their trust and commitment into believing in God. Now you can see who the they is. There's they, that group, and they, that governments or those entities, and everyone that's coming against it. So really you have two different kingdoms at war again. And if you see my other video about two kingdoms at war, does God allow evil? So now you can see the two kingdoms at war. There's kingdom of Satan and the kingdom of God. And these two are now pitted against each other. They're against each other. So who's they? That's all they, the kingdom of Satan. Everyone that is in complete Antichrist against God and everything in the Bible. That's the they. And then that kingdom is up against anyone that says, no, I believe in God. I trust God. I love God. I love Jesus. I believe in the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. That's the they. And also it says in Psalm 2, Israel. So now you can go ahead and wrestle with who's the real they. We say deep state? Sure, that's the one that's in that kingdom. You could be a multitude of different theys in that kingdom. Lots of sub-kingdoms in there. Okay, but you really have one kingdom, the kingdom of God. And then you have a whole litany of different rulers and entities and everything coming against it. So if anybody tells you who's the they, who's they? Then now you can refer to those two kingdoms at war. So now I hope that helped you. If you like this video, please like, subscribe. Blessings to you today.